Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. So in today's video I am going to be teaching you another new stitch, and it's called the Wattle Stitch. Not to be confused with the waffle stitch, but the Wattle Stitch. It's a very easy stitch to learn, especially for beginners, and so I decided that it would be a good stitch to add to my Easy Crochet Stitches for Beginners series. So we're going to start out with the slip knot. Insert your crochet hook. Okay, and we're going to chain out first a multiple of 3. So let's do 3 times 4, which equals 12. So I'm going to chain out 12. 1, 2, you can make them loose, not too tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so this is what we have so far. 12 chains. Now we're going to automatically add plus 2 more chains. So 1, 2, and then a third chain plus 1 more. 3. Okay, so that final chain is the foundation chain. These 2 chains, that is what we added to the multiple of 3, which were the initial 12. So we should have 12 plus 2, which is 14, plus 1 more, which is a total of 15 chains. Now we're going to crochet into the third chain from the hook. So here's the hook. 1, 2, 3, that's the third chain from the hook right there. And what we're going to put in there is a single crochet. So we're going to go back and go into the chain. I like to dig down below so that I'm left with kind of 2 loops on top. Yarn over, pull through to the front, 2 loops, yarn over, go through both 2. 1, 2. That's the single crochet. Now we're going to chain 1, and at this point we're going to crochet a double crochet back into that same chain. So yarn over, go into the same area, the same hole, same chain, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Alright, so this is what we have so far. We have those 2 chains that we essentially did not crochet into when we skipped all the way back to the third chain from the hook. Okay, and that's going to be where we're going to crochet into in the next row. So we went third chain from the hook, which is there, made a single crochet, then we chained 1, and then we put a double crochet back into that same chain, that same third chain from the hook. Now we're going to skip 2 chains below. So we're going to skip that chain and we're going to skip that chain. We're going to crochet into this chain right here. And we're going to do this pattern again, that whole single crochet, chain 1, double crochet routine. So for the single crochet, we don't yarn over before going in, so we just enter into the stitch and kind of dig down below so that you have 2 loops on your hook. I think I might have split my yarn, so let me just make sure I didn't. Okay, so 2 loops and then yarn over, pull through to the front. You have 2 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over, go through both of them, chain 1, and now it's time to make that double crochet back into that same chain. So this time we do yarn over, go into the same chain, yarn over, pull through to the front, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Let's do it one more time. This was the last chain that we crocheted into. Okay, so we're going to skip 2 after that. So skip that one, and in here, that third chain over, we're going to start that whole single crochet, chain 1, double crochet pattern again. So just enter into the chain, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over to complete your single crochet, chain 1, yarn over, go back into that same chain, yarn over, pull through to the front, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2 for the double crochet. Okay, so this is what we have so far. You're going to continue like so, and I'm going to meet you once we get to this final chain. Alright, so we're at the end now, and remember you skipped 2 chains, so we skip that one, so that takes us to that final chain. But instead of doing this pattern that we've been doing all along, the single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, we're instead just going to put a single crochet into that last chain. Okay, like that. Okay, so we skipped the 2 chains, and in that third chain, which happened to also be the final chain, we put a single crochet. And now it's symmetrical. So these 2 chains at the very beginning here that were created when we crocheted into the third chain from the hook, that's equivalent to a single crochet. So we have basically a single crochet on this end, and then that single crochet, chain 1, double crochet pattern. But then also on this end we have the single crochet, chain 1, double crochet pattern, and then ending with the single crochet. So it actually is symmetrical. Now at this point we want to chain 1, and by the way, this is how you're going to start every row from here on out. So chain 1, turn our work, and now we're going to do that whole pattern, the single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, into the chain 1 spaces. Okay, so if we turn this back around, the chain 1 spaces, right, that's there between the single crochet and the double crochet, it's there. Between the single and double, it's there. Between the single and double, it's there. Between the single and double, and it's there between the single and double crochet. Turning this back around, this is a single crochet. This is the first chain 1 space right there. So that is where we're going to start the pattern again. And remember, it's just single crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into that same chain 1 space, and then we move on to the next chain 1 space, which is there. Start that pattern again, that whole single crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into the same chain 1 space pattern. Okay, and this is how you're going to do every row from here on out. You're going to start with that initial chain 1, and then you're going to start doing the single crochet, chain 1, double crochet pattern in the chain 1 spaces. Okay, and then at the end you're going to end with the single crochet. So let's finish this row out so you can see what I'm saying. So single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Alright, and then the last chain 1 space is there, so single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Alright, so we're at the end, and here is where that first chain 2 is that was created by going into the third chain from the hook at the very beginning. So all we're going to do is create a single crochet into the top chain there. So just find the top chain like that, and then make a single crochet. Now yarn over, go through 2. Alright, so remember, since we're starting a new row, that's the only other time we chain 1, turn our work, and it's just that same pattern again, the single crochet, chain, double crochet, and we put those into the chain 1 spaces of the previous row. So there, 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 and there. So let's do it. Into that, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, the next one is here, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet to that same chain 1 space. Next one, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, the next chain 1 space is here, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet to that same space. Next one is here, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Alright, and then we're at the end, and you just find that last stitch. In this case it's a single crochet, so we just go into the top of it and make another single crochet. Like that. Okay. So you're always going to end your rows with a single crochet, and you're going to start your rows, the new row, with the chain 1. And then the only other time you chain 1 will be when you are creating the pattern, the single crochet followed by the chain, followed by the double crochet. And remember, that single crochet and that double crochet, they all go into the same stitch. Alright, so I'm going to crochet a couple more rows, and then I will get back on, and then we'll finish this off and we'll be done. Alright, you guys, so as you can see, I've done a few more rows, and this wattle stitch is definitely a beautiful stitch. It looks so complicated, right? You got what looks like stitches going in all crazy sorts of directions, but you, the crocheter, know that it's actually very, very simple. I think this is a great stitch to make a scarf out of. You could make a blanket or afghan out of it. I mean, it's just really a beautiful stitch, and the most beautiful part about it is that it's super easy. So I'm going to show you one more thing before I close out this video, and that is, say you want to make your scarf, if you're making a scarf, multicolored. I'm going to show you how to change colors now. Alright, so we're going to bring in the new color. I'm going to add white here. So just loop it on your crochet hook like that and pull it through. Then you can tug on the yellow to make that loop disappear. Tug on the tail of the white to make that loop smaller. And then you can cut your yellow yarn because you're done with it. For now anyway. You may decide to bring it back in your project, but I'm not bringing it back. Alright, and so then I'm going to take the tail of the white and then the tail that I just made of the yellow by cutting it. I'll pull that down a little bit more so that loop disappears before I tie these. Okay, and now I'm going to tie a couple of knots just to make sure it's secure. So 1, 2. And then I will weave in those tails later, but for right now it's regular business as usual. I'm at the end of a row. That means that I need to chain 1, turn my work, and then I'm working once again into the chain 1 spaces of that single crochet, chain 1, double crochet pattern. So let me get busy. Into the first chain 1 space and create a single crochet. Now chain 1, make a double crochet back into that same chain 1 space, move on to the next chain 1 space, which is there. And it really crochets up fast as well because it's just so easy. Okay, back in there, chain 1, double crochet. Next one is here, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Last one is here, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, and then on the end, don't forget that this single crochet here, we're just going to go in there and add a single crochet to finish out the row. Let's do one more. Ah, so beautiful. Chain 1, turn your work, and once again work into the chain 1 spaces of those single crochet, chain 1, double crochet patterns. Okay, so we chained 1, we're going to go into this first chain 1 space and make a single crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into that same chain 1 space. Move over to the next one. Here it is, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into that chain 1 space, the same one. Next one, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into that same chain 1 space. Next one, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into that same chain 1 space. We got one more here, single crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into that same chain 1 space. And then on the end, don't forget, that's that chain 1 there. We will put a single crochet in there to finish the row off. Okay? And so this is what you have. So yes, you can see that this will make a very, very beautiful scarf, especially if you start to play with the colors. Okay? So once again, you guys, this is the Wattle Stitch. And this is the newest stitch that I'm adding to my Easy Crochet Stitches for Beginners series. So be sure to check out the other videos in that playlist. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. And yeah, let me know in the comment section how you do like this stitch. I do think it is a very, very beautiful stitch. Alright guys, that is it for this video. You know I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, happy crocheting.